And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very glad to present. Actually, in my title slide, I just write the present progressive in Myanmar, but I did not present yesterday, so that today I will present progressive work in our country, and as well as I would like to present about what we will do so far and what we are going to do future for the soil database development. And when we would like to develop the soil database, we also, the first thing we have to know about the importance of the soil. And being soil scientists, we all love to talk about soil much, and we all love to save our soil healthy. And as you all know that 95% of the food comes from soil, and everyone who relies on the soil throughout our lives for clothing, food, shelter, everything. But many of us forget about the importance of the soil. And now in the whole world, globalization and all the earth and water, the natural resources are from one country to another, linking from one place to another. So that if we would like to save one country, if we would like to save the whole world, the soil, water, all the things are linked together, so that if we are missing in one place and one country, not to care about the soil, that means we are not caring about the whole world. So soil is important, water is important, and those are the most important natural resources. And also you may also know that soil is a non-renewable resources. So that we have responsibility to save our soil, we have responsibility to sustain our soil. And in yesterday, the DG presentation also mentioned about that 70% of the population in our country are farmers. So our country relies on the production of the agricultural, and also both for the livelihood of the farmers, as well as our staple food, as well as an income, and also everything is relying on the agriculture, and that means everything and everyone relies on the earth and soil. And also this is also FAO would like to aware about the importance of soil, and when we think about the safety and sustainability of the production from the soil, we should have the basic data, or we should have the status and information about the soil in detail. That will help us to manage our soil to be sustainability, as well as to increase our production. And other than that, if we do not care about the database, if someone or in other country would like to know about the information of our country's soil data, so if we are missing on that, we cannot share, we cannot learn from the other. They also would not like to have data. They also miss data getting from us. So this is also important to be a database, to have a database to manage our soil, as well as to share our information to the others. So, and also if we establish the soil database, so we are lacking technology, and if we are using the standard operation procedure is lagging behind much to the other country, our unit and our interpretation and our data will not be the same as in the other country. If it is so, we could not discuss, we could not participate, we could not understand each other if the data is not harmonized with the other country. So establishment of soil database is important, as well as unit use and the analysis data, the standard operation procedure to analyze the soil is also important. So FAO is concerned much on that one. And what is our first step is, so Russia also participate in the Global Soil Partnership. Thailand and Myanmar also participate in the ASEAN Soil Partnership of the UNFAO. So in 2016, the ASEAN-Russian Federation Senior Official Meeting on Agriculture held on 7 April 2016 stated that one, development of a smart system based on large-scale soil geographic databases is a part of global world information system. So in such a way that we can share our data each other and we can learn from the other, also the other can know about what are the status and what are the information about our soil in our country. So if we see in the globalization and globally and internationally, the Moscow Soil Information Data Center is a part of International Network of Soil Information Institution, INSIIN. It is also a member of GSP, Global Soil Partnership in FAO. We are very much proud of that. Now we have chance to work together with Russian Federation. They have already international standard system, and also we can learn from them. We are very much thankful about this, and we are receiving such kind of project in our country. We appreciate you very much, and we are very much grateful to that one. And we are also proud of that because of the Russian also have a national network soil information, and also in the UNFAO, this is an international standard. And we ASEAN also is a countries of ASEAN Soil Partnership and in UNFAO. So the soil geographic database of Russian Federation is developed and registered. They already register about their data in Russia, and it using the international standard. This we can see is in this website, soil-db.ru. Russian Federation brought together to develop the experts related to the soil database system, Thailand and Myanmar. I will say that we are very lucky to be a partner with Russia, Thailand, and Myanmar. And we also thank very much for that project, and also very much grateful to Thailand and also Russia. And this is the aiming of development of the expert system and adaptation and promotion of exceptional and designed to enhance real development. These are the main objectives of this project. This is the very beginning and very first step of the project. And during this, after this, and we have received an email from our respected Dr. Irina. I'm very happy to hear about that. We can participate in such kind of system, such kind of project, and we have chance to develop our soil database. So thank you very much. And so starting from February 2018, discussion through email, and then in May 2018, 4 delegates from Myanmar and 4 delegates from Thailand attend the first international workshop held in Moscow State University. And in December 2018, second workshop was held in Thailand. So we have learned much about the many other countries has already developed, already well organized the database system. After coming back from that, our DG is very enthusiastic, and he is very supportive to all researchers who are willing to work, who are willing to do the innovative idea and develop the research and the other things. So that we requested that to have a working group, because this is a soil, when we see the soil, there are many portions to use on the soil, like irrigation, forestry, and urbanization and transportation. Everything is using a recreation center aside from the agriculture and forestry. So that we could not stand alone with the Department of Agriculture Research. As our DG explained in his presentation yesterday, in our department has soil and plant analysis laboratory, and we have soil fertility status analysis data throughout the country in our lab. But in DOA, land use department, they have responsibility for the soil map, soil classification map. Now they are developing the soil suitability and land suitability map throughout ACIR project. So that DOA have soil map data, and we have soil fertility data. And also we negotiate in the land Department of Agricultural Land Management and Statistics. This morning he presented about what their responsibility and what they are doing now. So they developed the cadastral map so that we organize, and also as well as our respected professor from Yezin Agricultural University, they have lecture to the students to work on the soil and also in agronomy, soil, water, and agronomy. So that they have data for the soil and other agricultural cropping data in Yezin Agricultural University, and also they train students to specialization in soil and water, and as well as in agronomy. So that our DG organized one meeting in 2018, July, and we organized one working group to have collect data, and also to first lecture we got from the Russian group, and Dr. Oleg said, and which kind of data we do need. They have agrochemical division and also the land use. So we do need to collect all the data in one soil database, so that our DG organized one working group. After that, DG is also enthusiastic, and he encouraged us as fast as we can. We have to do this. This is high time, and this is important one. So that he gave us one desktop computer used only for that soil database. So we will show you tomorrow, and we have that one, and Dr. Aungjotu from DAR and Dr. Sanlatri from DOA, they sit together in our office, and they try to encode the data, what we have. So soil map data, that is on a paper map, and the data are also in not a soft copy. It is a hard copy, and they try to all the data to have a soft copy in one database. So the Dr. Sanlatri also tried to get their data from the land use division, and they put the data, and Dr. Aungjotu also what we all have soil fertility data in a Excel format, and now we have collected several thousands of data in that computer. So we still need to organize to the other department and to have the data what they have. So it should be, we have to work together and to have one database for Myanmar. This should be the national soil database for Myanmar. So this is what we expecting. You may also notice that these two circles I added this morning. So we already have this group YAU, DAR, DOA, and Land Management and Statistics. We have a working group here. We still need to have the other stuff from irrigation department and forestry. This is from the other ministry. Irrigation department is the same under same ministry, so that we do need to reorganize our working group, and we have to extend with the other staff from irrigation department and forestry, and so that we can get the data from them. So this all the data collect and it becomes a national soil database, and so that we can also share data each other. It can support to the global soil database, so that the other country can know about the status of our soil information, and we will also learn from the other soil information from the other countries. So it will take time, but it is the important one to have the national soil database for the whole country, and we have to link with the other country to share the global soil database. So what will be the future collaboration that I had already explained about the status of what we are now, and if we learn from other, we need technology know-how on GIS mapping, and also we have a data. But Dr. Onjotu has some experience on mapping and some area photo space or something. But we do need to have a GIS mapping and how to link the attribute data to the mapping, and using the aerial photo and like polygon and other than and the data from the latitude and longitude to know where we are working, in which place we are working for, and how about the soil data in that place. So that there are many things we do need to learn from the other countries and other experts. So I would like to explain in internal what we have to do and what we are expecting from the external assistance. Within the DER, to have one expert team organized who can work well on GIS, mapping, and understand well about the soil data information. So we are now working with our soil group, and also DOE is participate and very work together, very well organized group. But these group also need some other information, some other technology know-how on how we develop and how we are continue working to faster to get the national soil database very fast, and we would like to do immediately. We are going to have a national soil database, so that we do need the training for that one. And also we have to work together with other departments and establishment of soil database. So what we are expecting is work together to have a one national soil database. So each department right now, they have already collected the data. But those data are in the different departments. This is the difference between Thailand and Myanmar. We appreciate much of the land development department. They have the section or division related to the soil. They are under the same department of land development department, so that easy to organize and get the data easily in one under one department. So for us, there are different sections and different departments, even under the same ministry. Aside from the forestry department, they are under the other ministry. So but each department have our own data. So the first thing, we have to organize to the other departments to share the data to us, because we are aiming to have one national soil database. So that if we have a working group and we can work together, So they already have the data. So if they share their data to us, so we can improve our soil database very fast and very easy. But we have to organize that one. In external assistance, we still need to have training and close supervision, establish soil database. So while we are working, Dr. Aung Kyaw Tu and especially Dr. Sangla Thuy, thank you very much for your effort. And while they are working, so they find the difficulties. They are very thirsty to ask the question how we can do in this way. They have sometimes they got sweating working on that one. So if the technology is difficult, the one who know how the technology, what we have to use in this. So the one who already know about that one, for him or for her, it can be easy to work it. For us, we don't know about that one. It is difficult for us, so that we do need external assistance to share us on that one. And if we have soil database team, we would like to have chance to train them, Dr. Irina and Dr. Alex and team from Moscow State University, minimum at least 2 weeks or 1 month. So in the feeling of the Dr. Aung Kyaw Tu, tomorrow he will also show what he is doing on the database. And if they have some difficulty, they would like to ask immediately, and what we can continue on that point and something. So in his working place, if there is a close supervisor for 2 weeks, he can solve such kind of problem. So we still need to have data policy, regulation, and on data sharing. This is related to our country. So right now, what we learned from our country is they have already written about the SAPA policy and data sharing, regulation, rule and regulation, but not finalized one. So if we develop our national soil database, we have to also obey the data sharing policy of the other country, also as well as we have established data sharing policy if we would like to share our data to others, and if we would like to use the data from the other country. So it is also still developing in our country. And so that if we want me to give a simple project or simple, let's say a simple or small one project to continue our further collaboration with Russian Federation and Thailand, and we are also part of the ASEAN Soil Partnership. We also take back in, especially for me, in the Pillar 5, harmonization of the soil data, and also have this year, as Mr. Udo explained about that, the land degradation map and soil erosion map, salinity map, and carbon sequestration map, we have to submit to the FAO. So you can also notice about that when they are drawing about the organic carbon map, the wild organic carbon map. So in Myanmar, we could not submit immediately. So because I was thinking that we have to give a map to them, but we have organic carbon data. But when we think about that, we have to submit the organic carbon map, we don't know how to develop or how to draw a map with our own data. So at that time, it takes time, but we confess to them, we have data, but we are lacking the knowledge to draw a map, so that the FAO suggests us, you should submit us which kind of data, in which format, so they draw for us. So this is if the WA and the FAO would like to for the whole WA and the whole earth, if the one country is missing, this is the missing for the whole WA. So that every country should have a systematic database so that we can share when FAO think about the whole one. So the same as in that organic carbon also, this is what I would like to emphasize on the harmonization. So they already finished the organic carbon map, but there are many systems for the determination of the organic carbon in different countries. So this time, the Myanmar is what I would like to say is, we are not so much developed. It is a kind of a good thing. The much developed country like Japan and Korea, they are using carbon nitrogen analyzer. So the carbon nitrogen analyzer gives the total carbon of the soil. But FAO wants organic carbon for the agricultural land and for the whole world. So if the method and equipment used is very advanced, but the data is not exactly what FAO wants. So that carbon and nitrogen analyzer give the total carbon content of the soil. But for us, our analysis system is wonky and black. It is a simple one, but we determine the organic carbon. So that is relevant to the data what the FAO wants. So now they have asking the question and filling out the form from FAO, what is your method used, what are the chemicals, what is the unit used. So the unit is also important. If someone set a milligram per kilogram of the organic carbon, if someone set a percent of the organic carbon, and some set a ppm, some set ppb, something like that. So if it is different, we could not see each other and we could not compare our data in a one database. So the harmonization is also important. So right now, if we are thinking about the small collaboration and simple project, we will work on the collect the data about the salinity problem. It is also alarming in each and every country. That's why you may also notice that in the 2018 December meeting in Thailand, we have a December 6th opening ceremony of SESRA, and we all, the Asian country, are requested to work first on the salinity problem. So that we have to save the water, we have to save everything. At that time, we introduced the water-saving technology. This is the one reason to develop a salinity problem area also. And then also the anchorages for the another one is the hot weather under the climate change. So the salinity problem is becoming important when we think about the soil degradation. So that salinity problem area, from our side, Myanmar side, we will collect the soil sample, we will do the analysis from the soil and plant data laboratory, as well as in the water irrigation water analysis laboratory. We will analyze the data, we will take the responsibility of that. And after getting the data, and we would like to request to the other assistants from the MSU and Thailand team to have a kind and close supervision on that data, how we can manage to have a salinity data and salinity map. So this is also in line with the FAO, GSP and ASP, and we can also, in such a way that the objective of this project, we already train experts on the soil database in our country, and also we already developed our soil database. This is my thinking, and thank you very much.